Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, the brand new set for the Necromancer class, and this is my tweaked up version. I've already uploaded a build guide on this set. However, I've changed a few things around and we're going for more of a maximum damage approach here. So I'm going to get straight into it. There's a bit to cover off and I want to try and make this video as quick as humanly possible so it's enjoyable and people aren't sitting there getting all agitated. So we're using Decrepify with Dizzying Curse, Bone Spear with Blood Spear. So in my other version, I was using Teeth for a great area of effect ability. However, Blood Spear. Did I say Bone Spear? Bone Spear with Blood Spear. Blood Spear actually increases the damage, so we get full maximum damage output using Blood Spear for Bone Spear. Bit of a tongue twister. Bone Armor with Dislocation, Devour with Voracious, Blood Rush Potency, Simulacrum with Cursed Form. So with Cursed Form, whenever we cast Dizzying Curse, we also will get the benefit of applying all three curses at once. So it's not just the one. So super handy there. The passives, Dark Reaping, Final Service, Overwhelming Essence, increasing our essence a little bit there, and Serration. Looking at the gear, so we're using all 6 pieces of the Masquerade of the Burning Carnival. What an awesome name. The helm, the chest, the pants, the boots, and the shoulders and the gloves here. Amulet, we're using Haunted Visions. For the bracer slot, Ancient Path and Defenders. For the belt slot here, we are using Dainty's Binding. Rings, Unity, and Crispin Sentence. Just make sure that with Unity, you also have Unity equipped on your follower. That way the damage is split appropriately. 50%, we'll get 50% damage reduction there. Now with the weapons, I'm using Scythe of the Cycle here. We get a 359% damage bonus for our Bone Spear, and just Iron Rose here we're using for the stats. There's no real awesome offhand to use for Bone Spear or for this type of setup. You can alternatively go with Raylena's Shadow Hook here. So the way Raylena's work is every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5%, and Bone Spikes generates 4 additional essence. But we're not using Bone Spikes, so we're not benefiting from that. We're just going for the damage multiplier here. So if you have a look at our total essence, once we have simulacrums up, we're at 554. 554 multiplied by 0.5 is 277. So we only get a 277% damage increase there. So it's a lot better damage-wise to go with the Scythe of the Cycle here. We get instantly 359% increase in our Bone Spear damage. And also we don't benefit from the Bone Spikes here, so we're basically just taking the damage decrease when we don't have to. We can use Scythe of the Cycle for a lot more damage to our Bone Spears there. But you can try and maximize your essence even more and see how you go with that, and that way you get a higher multiplier. But if it's less than the size of the cycle, or if it's not a hell of a lot more, then I wouldn't really bother going with Raylena's. But I was experimenting with that. Don't forget to put your offhand back in. I was experimenting with it, but it didn't really work out very well. This build is already, same goes with the Demon Hunter build. They're both very mid-tier. I mean, they're fun to play, but you're not going to be on the leaderboards for GR clearing or anything like that at the moment, unless Blizzard makes some changes, which I'm pretty confident they will. Now, going through Canai's Cube, silly me, I forgot to go through Canai's Cube for my original Masquerade of the Carnival build. I must have been a bit rushed trying to get ready for work, but got a bit more time today, so this applies for that original build as well. It's the same sort of items that I'm using. It's the same items I'm using, I should say, in Canai's Cube. Maltorius's Petrified Spike is a must-use, so with this, Bone Spear now costs 40 essence and deals 700% increased damage, so you want to have that 700% increased damage. For the armor slot, we're using Requiem Serraplate. So Devour restores an additional 100% essence and life. In addition, when Devour restores essence or life above your maximum, the access is granted over 3 seconds. Alternatively for here, we can also use Stewart's Greaves, so you gain a 100% increased movement speed for 10 seconds after using Blood Rush. Definitely great for mobility and movement speed increasing. However, because we're going to be wanting as much essence as possible, I usually leave Requiem Serraplate, especially if we're clearing higher GRs. That way, Once the Rift Guardian's about to pop, you want to make sure that you kill as many enemies as possible and don't devour the corpses. Just wait to use them in case you need to replenish your essence and health when you're battling the Rift Guardian, which will definitely be handy at higher GR. If you're playing like 85, 90, you should be able to kill the Rift Guardian before you run into essence problems. But you can experiment with either or and see how you go. The other item we're using is Convention of Elements. So they're the 3 items I'm using. I think in my original build guide, I should say, for the Masquerade of the Burning Carnival, I was using Stuart's Greaves, I think. I can't remember now. You know, I'm getting old. I can't remember what happened yesterday as opposed to almost a week ago. So, but there you go. This time around, Maltorius' Petrified Spike, Requiem, Seraplate, Convention of Elements, and also you can swap out Requiem for Stuart's Greaves. Totally up to you. Lastly, let's go through the gems that we're using. Diamond gem for the helm slot there. Intelligence gems for the chest and the pants. The legendary gems we are using: Bane of the Stricken, Bane of the Trapped, and Zay's Stone of Vengeance. So let's go complete a GR together and see if this tweaked up version makes a big difference compared to my original Masquerade of the Burning Carnival build. Alrighty, let's have a look. So bone armor deactivates rather quickly, or it wears off. So make sure that you keep your bone armor stacks up, keep an eye on them. And without those bone armor stacks, you're very, very vulnerable, especially to elemental damage. Like you see here, you don't want to stand in any elemental damage, and you certainly don't want to stand in explosions. Don't forget to devour. So there's a bit going on here. And in short, this does make a difference as opposed to using Teeth as your rune and those other couple items like Decrepifying Curse. It all does make a difference, but it's quite minimal. It doesn't make this build into some awesome high tier pushing GR build or anything like that. It's definitely not amazing. It's still mid tier. We've just kind of amplified our damage a little bit. Jeez, a lot of stuff going on here. So we have amplified damage a bit. But honestly, it still needs quite a bit of buffing if Blizzard are planning on making this a relevant higher tier build. It's definitely not anywhere near the meta build for the Necromancer class. And the same goes to the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter set, oh, whoa. Lots of poison damage there. Demon Hunter set is in fact worse than this, I believe. And it's not that fun to play. Like I really didn't enjoy it. It doesn't bring anything new to the Demon Hunter, really. It kind of reminds me of Natalia's strafing build. This one's fun. I enjoy this one. I think it has potential. But as is the same case scenario with the Demon Hunter new set, this one's very squishy as well. We take a lot of damage, and we've got a lot of damage reduction happening as well with items equipped and skills. As far as the next season goes, season 21, I think I'll probably be checking out the Necromancer. I haven't played the Necro in a very, very long time. I think the longest. Necro and Wizard I haven't played, so it's not like this new build definitely isn't tempting me anymore to play the Necro or anything like that. I'll probably be playing the Corpse Explosion build. I remember that being a lot of fun. I don't know what the best build is at the moment for Necro. As I said, I haven't played Necro for a long time. Shield Pylon. Shield Pylon, definitely handy. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed that just to show you guys and girls out there how this build works, but you know, we're halfway through the rift, so you can see that we're quite squishy, but we're doing alright. Just remember to devour corpses, and don't stand in anything stupid elemental wise. Keep your bone armor stacked up. You got Blood Rush to get out of like those sticky situations there, being blocked in by those goddamn stone walls, and then the arcane beams everywhere with light coming out of their mouth. Sorry, Big Trouble in Little China. Love that movie. So nice couple packs there. It'll be interesting to see what sort of fixes Blizzard comes up with. I think if they buff this, it'll definitely be a hell of a lot more fun, especially if you choose the teeth rune. The area of effect is so great. Like if you haven't, what I'll do is I'll link my original video where I used the teeth rune for Bone Spear at the end of this one, so you can check that out. Even if you just check out the gameplay and see what I'm talking about, alright? And because our simulacrums mimic any secondary skill that we are using, you get a lot of teeth going around. It already has good area of effect, and it's like ×3, because all three of us, that's the Necro, and our 2 simulacrums will be casting it. So yeah, just thought I'd do a second variation here, secondary testing for Masquerade of the Burning Carnival. I did the same thing with the Demon Hunter. I tried 2 different variations. You know, the first one's just like a first test kind of thing, and then you kind of learn more and you figure out some changes that you could have done. And that's what the PTR is all about, you know, just testing out all these different changes. No point just trying it once and dismissing it and being like, oh, that's no good. Even though in this case, that's kind of the case. They're both very mid-tier. Anyway, see how we go. So right now, when you come across to the Rift Guardian almost popping, you want to try and save some corpses so we can devour them in case we run out of essence. And we've got that as a quick essence replenisher and also a healing ability as well, so we regenerate health back too. Let's grab these orbs over here. But if you're doing kind of lower GRs, you should be able to kill the Rift Guardian. Oh no, we ran out of bone armor there. You should kill the Rift Guardian quite easily, just like that, without running out of essence anyway. But definitely if you're going 90, for sure if you're trying to attempt a 100 plus GR, you'll definitely need to save some corpses there on the floor to replenish your essence. On that note, this creepy hairy guy right here is out. Make sure that you stay safe out there during this very unusual time. Stay heavy metal as always and stay creepy, most importantly.